And we have to take our hat off to the people in Bromley and Kent, especially the Blade Runners, who, rightly or wrongly, are making a stand. They're cutting down these cameras. Obviously, this would be very difficult at Glasgow, as we'll show you, but they're so high up, you would need to be a mountaineer. You need to be one of those Mount Everest boys to cut one of these things down. We will go into the beautiful George Square, which is pedestrianised, as people behind me are drinking. Look at that. Isn't that lovely to see all those people drinking at Wetherspoons in Glasgow? It's a fantastic Wetherspoons, by the way. They do a lovely steak pie, shepherd's pie. But I'll just come up here and you'll get to see behind me is one of those bonny wee ULEZ cameras. Up there. There's a bonny wee ULEZ camera. They will not be cut down. We find it highly unlikely that any of those will be cut down. Highly unlikely indeed. And there's some of the locals behind me. There's some of the locals hanging around. Much of this city has been chopped up for cycle lanes. The buses are struggling to get through. Here we are. We've got a cycle lane here. Cars and buses, lorries, trucks, they can't get anywhere. But I'll just show you behind me. There's one of the ULEZ cameras up there. There's one of those lovely ULEZ cameras way up there. So, maybe it's a blessing that there aren't any Glasgow Blade Runners to go up there and chop things down. We don't want anybody breaking the rules or getting into trouble. I'd like to hear your comments about how many people in Glasgow won't pay the fines because they can't pay the fines. How many charities will have to be shut down because they can't deliver food, for example, to the recipients from the donations to those charities. The Scottish National Party, Labour, Conservatives don't really want to know, do they? They're addicted to climate change, they're addicted to net zero, and it's quite sad unless people actually do something about it. Again, we're not saying that you shouldn't pay your fine, we're not saying that you should cover up your licence plate, we're not saying that you should cut down cameras. That's for the public to decide. That may be direct democracy or civil disobedience to the max. Well, what I can say for certain is that this will only get worse. The low emission zones in Scotland will be rolled out to Edinburgh and Aberdeen. We've already seen the ultra low emission zones in England being rolled out in London, in Bristol, Birmingham, Manchester, Liverpool, Newcastle. Will they comply? Will they roll over? Will they pay the fines regardless? And don't think that because you've got a compliant card just now, ladies and gentlemen, that that's always going to be the case. That would be naive. Once these people have access to your money based on flawed science, do you think they're going to stop there? Do you think they're going to say, well, that's it now. You've got a compliant car. We'll just leave it at that. This will be, as many people have predicted, people like Howard Cox, the Reform Party, London Mayor candidate, who's been battling against this, battling for drivers' rights. They'll say that this is going to go to pay per mile. They'll tell you that this is going to go to all electric cars. So that hits the poorest people in society. There's no question about that, in my mind. And the parties that are meant to represent them, such as the SNP, Labour and Green, they don't give a rat's. They don't give a monkeys. They'll point to flawed science and flawed data, whether it be from Imperial College London, the likes of Professor Neil Ferguson, the likes of Professor Fuller. As long as you pay them, they will give you the answer that you want. Experts are as good as money can buy. Many people say follow the money, and that's pretty much an accurate assessment. Follow the money. But will the Brits, will the Scots comply? Who knows? Should they comply? Let's see. We will keep covering this for you on Herd Immunity News. From Glasgow, and the lovely Cochrane Street I'm on now, we wish you very well. God bless. And talk to you next time. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please like, please share. Please give us your comments. If you have pictures of any cameras that have been unfortunately culled or retired, as the Blade Runners call it, send them to us. We will share them. Again, we're not publicly condoning them. We're not publicly condoning any of these acts. We can't. Take care. Herd Immunity News, Glasgow, Cochrane Street. God bless.